Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is Brad again. Super excited to have you back. To all the YouTubers out there in the community, thank you for your support. If you're new here, then please subscribe to the channel. I'm actually documenting my journey to get ready for the world titles as a fitness model competitor. And so I'm super pumped about that. That's coming up literally in 3 weeks from now, all right, as I film this right now. So subscribe and stay on top of what I do, how I train in preparation for that. I want to take some time to talk about how to get fit, healthy, strong, and really how to get in shape if you're just starting out your whole fitness journey. I'll share with you very quickly what I believe, what it takes to get fit, healthy, strong, and get into the best shape of your life. As most of you may be aware, if you're already a subscriber, I struggled with this area for a long time. I tried many different diets, many programs, went to seminars, spent thousands of dollars, wasted a bunch of money, and was still miserable, fat, skinny fat, you name it, out of shape, right? So I didn't grow up with a family that was fit, healthy, strong. I had a family that loved junk food and lollies and soft drink and that kind of stuff. So I grew up in that environment. So everything that I know about health, fitness, body transformations has been really years and years of me reading magazines, reading books, learning from other people, learning from strength coaches, and also my own experience. And then eventually I figured it out and now competing in what I would, never think in a million years would have done, but now doing. So what do I think it takes to get fit, healthy, strong? Honestly, baby steps and patience and doing something different every single day, something very small. Now I know this is probably not what you want to get. Most people want like the big magic bullet and the big secret diet. There's none of that. There's no secret diet, there's no shortcut, there's no mystery prize. There's nothing that I'm going to say to you that's going to make you jump out of your seat and go, yes, that is it, I'm going to do it. Because that sells books, it sells programs, it sells, things that I'm not gonna do that to people. I'm not gonna lie to you people. I'm gonna just be honest with you and say, for me, how I started was I had a junk food addiction. And so that had to go first. I had to get rid of my junk food addiction first. How I did that was I took, and I actually have a video on this, I'll kind of link it below. It took me about 6 weeks of hardcore, like taking caprylic acid, which is coconut oil. I was taking coconut oil and I was taking coconut oil every day. And I took 2 tablespoons of coconut oil every day for about 6 weeks. And I got rid of my lifelong junk food addiction. And when I say junk food, I mean, I had a sugar addiction. So I had to get rid of that first, but it was like baby steps, yeah? So it was like, I remember cooking with olive oil. And then eventually I replaced the olive oil with coconut oil. So that was a small shift. And then instead of having 6 donuts a day, I was having 5 donuts a day. So that was another small shift. Instead of having, 5 cans of Coke, I'd have 3 cans of Coke every day. And then I'd scale that back, 1 can of Coke, and then I got rid of Coke altogether. So that's what I'm saying. Small changes over time. And now I'm in a position now where I'm still implementing small changes over time, where I'm trying to get a little bit stronger, a little bit leaner, a little bit fitter, a little bit stronger, right? I said that before. So that is the mentality, is that every single day you need to focus on one small change. And this is where you have to be like really patient, because most people are not patient, right? And I admit it, like I'm not always patient as well. I want the result now. Like I want the result, like summer's coming, baby. Summer's coming, not here in Melbourne. We're just gone into winter as of 2 days ago. But if you're watching this from the Northern Hemisphere, you're just going into summer. So it's like this big rush, like go to a gym, sign up, 6-week programs, 30-day transformation. I don't believe in that. I really believe that, a 30-day body transformation is a great start. A 60, 90-day body transformation is a great start. But what it really comes down to is that what happens after 30 days, after that body transformation, what happens? What are you gonna do? It then comes down to every single day, you ask yourself, well, what can I do? What small thing can I do to improve how I eat, how I train? Like, what can I do? Like, it could be that I'm gonna read 10 pages of this book, every single day. Or I'm going to look at what I currently eat, take a stock take of what I currently eat, and I'm gonna go, you know what? This is not healthy, this is not healthy. I'm actually gonna scale back on this, this, and this for the next 3 weeks. Or I'm gonna focus on strength training, and I'm gonna go all in on that, and I'm gonna download an app on my phone called 5x5, Strong Lifts 5x5, and I'm gonna do this for 6 weeks, right? And I'm gonna go all in on that. Or I'm gonna download a book called Starting Strength by Mark Rippetoe, and I'm gonna read a chapter every 3 days. And then I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna practice, or I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna focus on improving my bench press for the next 6 weeks. So then you're gonna learn everything about the bench press over 6 weeks. Like, you're gonna watch YouTube videos, you're gonna download books, Starting Strength by Mark Rippetoe, you're gonna watch his videos on YouTube, you're gonna go, okay, so how I'm gonna position the bar, okay, so the different types of bars, and my hand position, if I have this and this and this, and okay, so how am I gonna breathe? So I'm gonna focus on my breathing, and I'm gonna focus on my foot position, I'm gonna focus on my chest, I'm gonna focus on the arch. So the point is that a body transformation is a massive deal. But there is no end goal. Like, there is no, I'm gonna have this beach body in 6, it doesn't work like that. It's every single day, it's what are you gonna do? That's gonna be different to what you did yesterday, and that's gonna move you a little bit closer to what you want. And then, you know, it's funny because you get in my position where I'm still learning too. I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. And so everybody is both, you know, a teacher and a student, and I think that's a great mentality to have. Is even in my situation, I'm still a student. I may be at a different part of the journey to you, but I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I'm still learning different things. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't know that, right? And so you might be watching this to learn from me, and that's great. But then also you're probably going to be a teacher. You probably are a teacher to someone who's just behind you in their journey as well. So big piece of advice is to take a step-by-step and take a stock take of your current eating habits and look at swapping things, you know, piece by piece. And look at, you know, when it comes to strength training or actual training in the gym, it's like, what little things can you improve, tweak, you know, what bad habits do you, like, what can you do to make things better? That's what it comes down to. And that's how I did it over time. I've been training now for about 7 years, but technically I've been training since I was 18, but I didn't know what the F I was doing. I don't know why I just stopped myself from swearing, but I usually swear in my videos. But I didn't know what I was doing, you know? I was in my bedroom in my parents' house, 16, 17, 18 years of age, like doing push-ups and sit-ups trying to get abs, right? Because I lived near the beach and I wanted to pick up chicks and reading bodybuilding magazines. And then I didn't know what I was doing. It took years and years to figure it out. But I finally got a grip on what it really takes to transform your body. So, you know, I don't believe in cold turkey. I don't believe in, you know, you read a diet book and you go all in on one type of food or one type of diet or one type of program. I believe in trying different things and tasting different things and fucking execute. There you go, I didn't stop myself there. Executing. Don't spend too much time reading a bunch of stuff. Read a little bit, go, okay, I'm gonna try it. And if you try that program, that diet, that whatever, try it for 6 weeks. You can't try something for 3 days and go, it doesn't work. Of course it's not gonna work. You don't give it a chance. It's like you're dating someone for the first time. I believe you should date that person 5, 6 times and then make a decision. Some people go, no. I know within 10 seconds if that person's for me. No, you don't. Everybody puts on a front. Everybody has a PR bullshit version of themselves that they put forward. Everybody has the Instagram version of themselves. And then it takes time for that Instagram filter to fall off and then you see the real person show up. And it usually takes a few dates. You drop the nerves. People feel more comfortable. They let their guard down. You see what I mean? Diets are no different, right? Diets front as having this thing, right? They want you to perceive them a certain way. And then it takes a few weeks to really get into the groove of the diet, to really try and implement that diet into your life. It takes time, yeah? So give that program about 6 weeks and then make a decision. Oh, this is not for me. I can't travel with this. It's not flexible enough. It doesn't work with, I don't like this food type. I don't like the way they combine foods. I don't like this coach. I don't know. Whatever it is, try it. If it doesn't work, try something else. So I don't believe in cold turkey. Just make the changes gradual over time, and then eventually you'll start to build the habits that you need to make fitness more of a lifestyle. That's what it really comes down to. Most people, I tried this going cold turkey, going, you know what? I went to this seminar years ago and I come back from the seminar. I went to my kitchen, I opened up the pantry and I threw everything in the bin. I looked at my pantry, it was completely empty. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna eat? I went to the supermarket, I was buying eggplant for the first time in my life. I'm like, what the fuck is eggplant? I've never had this in my life. And then all of a sudden I look at my pantry, I now have eggplant, squash, I have all these things I can't even, I'm like, what the fuck, how do I cook squash? How do I cook eggplant? I have no idea. And then for 3, 4, 5 days, I tried to eat eggplant and squash and all this kind of weird shit that I bought from the supermarket that this program said you should buy, and I end up going back to my junk food addiction, right? So cold turkey doesn't work for most people. Just make gradual changes over time. So that's my big piece of advice. And I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them below. And if you have anything you want to share with me, please do so in the comments below. If you've had a transformation, I'm really curious to know what you did to make that happen. You know, how did you transform your physique? What did you do? Did you do something different every day, or did you go cold turkey? Yeah, leave your comments below. That's it, my friends. Have an awesome day. I am off to work.